You shiver when it is cold outside and sweat when it is hot outside. But how can you measure those weather temperatures? Temperatures is involved in many aspects of our daily lives, including our own bodies and health, the weather, and how hot the stove must be in order to cook. The measurement of warmness or coldness of a substance is known as its temperature. It is a measure of average kinetic energy of the particles in an object. Temperature units. There are three temperature units which are used to measure the temperature. They are Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Celsius. Celsius is read as degree Celsius. For example, 20 Celsius is read as 20 degree Celsius. Celsius is also called as centigrade. Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is written as degree Fahrenheit. For example, 25 Fahrenheit is read as 25 degree Fahrenheit. Kelvin. Kelvin is written as K. For example, 100 K is read as 100 Kelvin. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. How to measure temperature? The high temperature means that the molecules within the object are moving at a faster rate. Molecules in any substance are very small to analyze and calculate its movement. In order to measure its temperature, you must use an indirect method to measure the kinetic energy of the molecules of the substance. In a thermometer, when liquid gets heat, it expands, and when it cools down, it contracts. It used to measure temperature. The liquid inside the thermometer is alcohol or mercury. Why mercury or alcohol is used in thermometer? It is because of their properties. Now we are going to see their properties. First, alcohol. The freezing point of alcohol is less than minus 100 degrees Celsius, so it can be used to measure very low temperatures. Its expansion per degree Celsius rise in temperature is very large. It can be colored brightly and hence is easily visible. Now, mercury. Its expansion is uniform. For equal amounts of heat, it expands by equal lengths. It is opaque and shining. It does not stick to the sides of the glass tube. It is a good conductor of heat. It has a high boiling point 357 degrees Celsius and low freezing point minus 39 degrees Celsius. Hence, a wide range of temperatures can be measured using a mercury thermometer. Types of thermometers. Clinical thermometer. These thermometers are used to measure the temperature of a human body at home, clinics, and hospitals. All the clinical thermometers have a king that prevents the mercury from flowing back into the bulb when the thermometer is taken out of the patient's mouth. So, the temperature can noted conveniently. There are temperature scales on either side of the mercury thread. One in Celsius scale and the other in Fahrenheit scale. Since the Fahrenheit scale is more sensitive than the Celsius scale, body temperature is measured in F only. A clinical thermometer indicates temperatures from a minimum of 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degrees Fahrenheit to a maximum of 42 degrees Celsius or 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Precautions to be followed while using a clinical thermometer. The thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. Jerk the thermometer a few times to bring the level of the mercury down. Before use, the mercury level should below 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not hold the thermometer by its bulb. Keep the mercury level along your line of sight and then take the reading. Handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it may break. Do not place the thermometer in hot flame or in the hot sun. Laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometers are used to measure the temperature in school and other laboratories for scientific research. They are also used in the industry as they can measure temperatures higher than what clinical thermometers can record. The stem and the bulb of the lab thermometer are longer when compared to that of the clinical thermometer, and there is no kink in the lab thermometer. A lab thermometer has only the Celsius scale, ranking from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Precautions to be followed while using a laboratory thermometer. Do not tilt the thermometer while measuring the temperature. Place it upright. Note the reading only when the bulb has been surrounded by substance from all sides. Difference between clinical and laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer is scaled from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius or from 94 degrees Fahrenheit to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Laboratory thermometer is generally scaled from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Mercury level does not fall on its own, as there is a kink near the bulb to prevent the fall of mercury level. Mercury level fall on its own as no kink is present in laboratory thermometer. Temperature can be read after removing the thermometer from armpit or mouth. Temperature is read while keeping the thermometer in the source of temperature. Example, a liquid or any other thing in the laboratory thermometer. To lower the mercury level, the jerks are given in clinical thermometer. No need to give jerks to lower the mercury level in laboratory thermometer. It is used for taking the body temperature. The laboratory thermometer is used to take temperature in lab. Do you know? In humans, the average internal temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. It means 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Through it varies among individuals. However, no person always have exactly the same temperature at every moment of the day. Temperature cycle regularly up and down through the day according to the activities and external factors. Digital thermometer. Here is a lot of concern over the use of mercury in thermometers. Mercury is a toxic substance and is very difficult to dispose of if a thermometer breaks. These days, digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. Instead, it has a sensor which can measure the heat coming out from the body directly, and from that can measure the temperature of the body. Digital thermometers are mainly used to take the body temperature. Imagine this situation. Alex wanted to measure the temperature of hot milk using a clinical thermometer. His teacher stopped him from doing so. We are advised to not use the clinical thermometer for measuring the temperature of any object other than human body. Also, we are advised to avoid keeping it in sun or near a flame. Why? A clinical thermometer has small temperature range. The glass will crack or burst due to expansive pressure created by the expansion of mercury. Do you know the maximum and minimum temperatures of the previous day reported in weather reports are measured by a thermometer called the maximum minimum thermometer? Scales of thermometers: Celsius scale, Andrews Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, Kelvin scale are the scales of the thermometers. Celsius scale. Celsius is the common unit of measuring temperature termed after Swedish astronomer. Anders Celsius scale. Anders Celsius in 1742. Before that, it was known as centigrade. As thermometers use this scale are calibrated from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. In Greek, centium means 100 and gradus means steps. Both words make it centigrade and later Celsius. Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit is a common unit to measure human body temperature. It is termed after the name of German physicist Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. Freezing point of water is taken as 32 degree Fahrenheit and boiling point 212 degree Fahrenheit. Thermometers with Fahrenheit scale are calibrated from 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. Kelvin scale. Kelvin is termed after Lord Kelvin. It is the SI unit of measuring temperature and written as K, also known as absolute scale, as it starts from absolute zero temperature. Temperature in Celsius scale can be easily converted to Fahrenheit and Kelvin scale. Formulas for conversion of temperature. F minus 32 by 9 is equal to C by 5. K is equal to 273.15 plus C. Do you know? Most of the people in the world use the Celsius scale to measure temperature for day-to-day purpose. The Kelvin scale has been designed in such a way it is not only an absolute temperature scale but also 1 degree Celsius change is equal to a 1 K change. This makes the conversion from the Celsius to Kelvin scale easy. Just the addition or subtraction of a constant 273.15. But in United States they prefer to use the Fahrenheit scale. The problem is converting Fahrenheit to absolute scale is not easy. To sort out this problem, they use an Rankine scale. This is named after the Glasgow University engineer and physicist Rankine, who proposed it in 1859. It is an absolute temperature scale having a 1 degree R change is equal to a 1 degree Fahrenheit change. Fahrenheit users who need to work with absolute temperature can be converted to Rankine by R is equal to F plus 459.67. Numerical problem. 68 degree Fahrenheit is equal to dash Celsius. F minus 32 by 9 equals C by 5. F equals 68. So 68 minus 32 by 9 equals C by 5. 68 minus 32 equals 36. If we shift 5 from RHS to LHS, now the equation will be 5 into 36 by 9. 5 into 36 by 9 equals 5 into 4 by 1. It means 5 into 4. So you know 5 into 4 equals 20. So answer is 20 degrees Celsius. 27 degrees Celsius is equal to dash Kelvin. Celsius plus 273.15 equals Kelvin. C is equal to 27. So 27 plus 273.15 equals 300.50. Therefore answer equals 300.15 Kelvin. 45 degrees Celsius is equal to dash degree Fahrenheit. 193 Kelvin is equal to dash degree Celsius.